You know, for a long time now, I've been speaking out. I've been fighting division, okay? And everybody knows that I've been doing this for a long time. And there's something here, I have to be honest about this and say it just for what it is. Through the division and through the dumbing down process, we've managed to divide us to people so bad, I'm telling you. Everything in life has been presented to you as a game or a sport, okay? I mean, think about it. Football teams, you have different teams who are competing against each other. Basketball, it don't matter what it is in life. Everything's divided, okay? From Girl Scouts to Boy Scouts to football to basketball. And it's all a game, it's all a sport, it's all a team. It's division, and people become so hooked up in sports that you've seen it. People get irate when their team loses. People want to attack and beat up and hurt somebody who likes the opposite team. We've watched this happen over and over, okay? Because of the division. And then I have to say this. Because of this division and the dumbing down and the manipulation and lies, we have divided everybody so bad, including the genders that I've pointed out over and over and over. And in reality, if you want the truth in today's society, about 90% of women, that's right, no lie, this is truth. About 90% of women are man-haters, no lie. They actually really physically hate men because of this division. But this 90% of women who actually hate men will constantly lie and flip the script and say that the men hate women, okay, and call you a woman hater, and a woman hater, and a woman hater. And the man's passed the buck as being a woman hater. And then we have a high majority of men, thanks to this same division, that are so weak that they gave up their gonads years ago, okay, sliced them off, and they're so weak that they actually hate their own gender. No lie, they actually hate their own gender. So we have like 90% of the female population who are truly in real life man haters, okay? Who will lie to you and say you're just a woman hater to cover up their own evil, okay, because of the division. And then we have 80% probably of the so-called men who are also man haters, hate their own gender, thanks to this division. And this is no lie. I'm going to give you some examples, but first, I couldn't have said this any better if I've tried. I've told everybody, even in yesterday's video I posted up on the Warhammer, that we're all individuals, every last one of us. There's no two guys that are the same. There's no two women that are the same. No woman, no man across this planet are the same. Not at all. And you have to learn to accept the fact that we're all individuals. We're all different. None of us are the same. None of us. Okay? And this is a fact of life. It's called growing up and learning to accept that. It's called get out of your damn groupthink. But I couldn't have said this any better if I tried, so listen to what Aaron Russo has to tell you here, and then I'm going to show you some things. I'll be right back.
I've often wondered what George Washington, Sam Adams, and Thomas Jefferson would do if they were alive today. Not much. They would have been in jail. A lot of intelligent people warned me not to do this show. Said I was putting myself in danger. But that's precisely why I'm here today. I refuse to live in fear of my government. We have to take personal responsibility for our lives. They think of us as statistics. They lump us together in groups. 65% of the blacks think like this. 75% of the women think like that. 27% of the Jews think this way. And 61% of the Christians think that way. 50% of the men think this way. And out of that 50%, 46% of the circumcised ones think another way. It's all bull. There are no groups. We're individuals. Group thinking is no thinking. It's black against white, rich over poor, straight opposing gay, men versus women, rancher against rapper. It's only as individuals that we will ever find harmony and peace. Bill Clinton and I are both white, straight, male Americans. That's 4 groups we share. But do I think like Bill Clinton? I can't stand Bill Clinton. I am Aaron Russo before I'm white, before I'm Jewish, before I'm an American. I can't think like all Jews, or all white people, or all Americans. It's not possible. Divide and conquer. It's an old formula.
See, I couldn't have said it any better than that. Okay? That's exactly what I've been trying to tell people for so fucking long. Okay? But in telling you, I become a woman hater, don't I? I become a killer. I become a psychopath, don't I? So was Aaron Russo a psychopath too, was he? Or are you people just that fucking far gone in your brains? Now, you don't believe me? Divide and conquer is correct. Let me show you what divide and conquer looks like.
I never made a man cry. I even kicked a guy in the groin once and he didn't cry. I got the cat.
I haven't actually seen the Chippendales, and I can't think of anything worse than sitting staring at some bloke's crotch for 2 hours. Unless, of course, it belonged to Judge Pickles, and it was in a liquidator, but...
Go on, chest it!
Hi, little girl. What do you want for Christmas?
Sweet mother!
Solar plexus, instep, nose, right!
One extramarital, and I'll cut it off.
Who's famous around the world for literally taking the law into her own hands. It's my pleasure to welcome Lorena Bobbitt. Welcome. This is your first appearance on British television, and millions of viewers join me in wanting to know the answer to one question. Cut any good dicks lately?
Orange County DA's office, Catherine Q. Becker is accused of cutting off her husband's penis with a knife, taking his penis and throwing it into the garbage disposal.
Now that is what divide and conquer looks like, okay? And this is what our society's done. This is why I can honestly tell you that 90% of the female population are truly man-haters. No lie. They hate men's guts because they have fallen for all of the propaganda and lies. Hook, line, and sinker like a fish flopping on a line out of the water, okay? But they can't see it. Okay, they think it's normal behavior. And then what did I say about the men? 80% of the male population hates their own gender. How would we all laugh and act if we turned all this around that you just watched? See, I told you, social conditioning, media, programming your brains. Okay, brainwashing. That's all it is. That's what's gone on for years. And all of you going to say, oh no, I ain't brainwashed. Believe me, you are. Every last one of us have been. Okay, and that's no lie, that's fact. And, brainwashing, also brainwashing is the ability to change your belief system to something that it's not. And once they've actually changed your belief into something that's bullshit, that's propaganda, they got you. And that's exactly what they've done to the society. That's right, governments and bankers, using media, using the television set, using the Hollywood. And there it is in your face. That's what divide and conquer looks like. This is how come you can honestly say that 90% of the female population in today's society are true men haters. And they will take their man-hating, bashing attitudes and flip it and lie and say that it was just because men are women haters. The majority of men have never been women haters. For women haters, we're sure doing pretty hard. I mean, look at 80% of the men hate their own gender. No lie. How would you people feel if we took all the thing Hollywood did and we just spent the next 20 years kicking females in the crotch, took a fillet knife, carved her vagina out, and then became famous like Lorena Bobbitt. And then we took another female, we carved her vagina out and dropped it in the garbage disposal. And 5 men got up on national TV and laughed and mocked and bragged it up. Wouldn't that be fun? That's what I'm telling you. See, divide and conquer. You people have fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinker. You're that ignorant. And it's sad. It's absolutely freaking pathetic. All of us have been divided from race to gender globally. You fail to understand that we're all individual human beings, as Aaron Russo told you. This is the fight I've been fighting for almost 5 years, if not 5 years now, is the division. But you fail to see it. You want to think it's norm because of the brainwashing. Because they've actually won. They got you right where they want you. And they're going to lead every last one of you people to your own death. You know, it's absolutely sickening. It's pathetic. It's disgusting. But the truth to be known, actual truth, with no lies and no propaganda and no twisting it and manipulating it, because you've made lies to be normal. Okay, and them lies that you're making normal is what will lead you to your own death. And you will have nobody to blame but yourselves. Why do you think they're setting you up for World War III right now? And they're going to get by with it. Yeah, they will. They'll get by with it once again. Because you all failed. You failed. You failed to grow up. All of us. Blacks accusing the whites of this, whites accusing the blacks of that, Mexicans accusing the whites of this, whites accusing the Mexicans of this, Muslims, and on and on and on. It just don't quit, does it? Women accusing the men of this, men accusing women of this. And as you heard MRA, it's a permanent war. The genders, that's right. That's why I showed you who Paul Elam really was. Anyhow, there's not much more I can say other than this is what division looks like. And you've all fallen for it. Hook, line, and sinker.